Alright, what's up YouTube? This is part 2 of how to spray paint your DVD drive. Yeah, so what I've got done at the moment is I've got all the black paint taken off, which took a fair amount of time, but it's gonna look good. Yeah, as you can see, I think you'll be able to. There's a bunch of scratches on here, which means the paint will bind to it well. So basically I've sanded it down in many directions, leaving lots of places for the paint to grip to on both of these. I haven't done the underside, which you don't need to because you're not going to see that anyway. I've done the same with this one as well, so it's ready for 2 coats of grey primer. Unfortunately, one bad thing didn't happen in the process of doing this. Yeah, I stepped on this by accident, and I don't know if you can see, yeah, it snapped there. So I glued it back together, and I'm probably going to sand that down and then probably spray paint this as well. Yeah, I've taken the little plastic see-through thing here where the light shines through, so yeah, I'll sand that down and give this a spray paint as well. Whilst I'm here, and you'll never be able to see the crack, so yeah, that's that. Yeah, so I'll catch you back once I've done the spray painting. Okay, so I've primed up these 2 pieces with 2 coats of grey primer after sanding it, and it's looking pretty good. Not fully dry yet. It'll be overnight before I should really spray them again, but it's pretty hot today, so I could probably spray them this evening. At the moment I have sprayed the DVD front bracket at the front, and that's currently sprayed with the primer and with the black as well, because I did that first, and it's drying right now, and it's got 2 coats of black, 2 coats of clear coat grey primer, and that'll be done soon, and I can show you. And so the next thing to do with these pieces after they've fully dried is to look over them, and if you see any bits sticking out, if you see any hairs or anything, or pieces of dust, or if you sprayed over little pieces of dust, what you need to do is get some fine sandpaper and just sand down the areas where there's little bumps, and then give it a dust down with an anti-static cloth, just so it picks up all the bits of dust, and then give it 2 coats of black, satin black, or whatever desired color you have, and 2 coats of clear coat. And just to say, as a note, as a tip rather, you need to be painting, spray painting at a good temperature. So I wouldn't recommend, put it on top, I wouldn't recommend spray painting when it's really cold, so bad luck. If you have a nice warm garage or heated shed or something, I don't have a clue, just try and spray it in there. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend spraying if it's cold, okay, unless you have somewhere that's nice and warm, or you're doing it indoors. Be careful when doing it indoors, cause unless you don't have a mask, because you might get in some trouble there. Okay, and the distance you want to be spray painting at is from 20 to 25 centimeters, and you should at least give your can a good shake for 2 minutes when you're first trying to use it, and then you can shake it, you don't have to shake it as much once you've used it already and shaked it for 2 minutes. But I recommend shaking it at 2 minutes after every day, really, every day of spray painting. Yeah, so that's that. So yeah, that's it really. I'll catch you back once I finish these parts and we can start reassembling it. Alright. What's up? All 3 pieces are finished now, ready to be reassembled, but I think I'm going to let them dry for a bit longer, probably leave them overnight, reassemble them in the morning. So that's 1 piece, turned out pretty nice. 2 coats of primer, grey, 2 coats of satin black, and 2 coats of clear coat, and it's turned out very nice. There's there's pretty much no bits or anything anywhere on these pieces, so there's no little lumps, because I managed to get them all out and I was really careful on how I did it. This looks great, looks like new. Yeah, so ready to be reassembled in the morning, so we'll do that then. Alright, catch you back then. Alright, so we've got all the components ready and we're ready to reassemble. As you can see, I've removed the masking tape from here, and I will do the same on this one. Okay, throw that aside. Okay, now grab your internal functioning DVD part, whatever, of your DVD drive and put it in the correct way. Slide it in, line it up and slide it in, just like so. Remembering that before you touch any of these components inside it, that you have to be careful about doing it and probably touch a metal table or a radiator before you touch the internal chips, so just bear that in mind, okay? Now, what you want to do is get your paper clip. That's if your DVD tray isn't pushed out, because most likely it would have been pushed in. So you see this area here next to the button, just push that in with the paper clip, push it all the way in and it'll pop out this, just like we did before. Okay, so with that done, next you want to be grabbing your front bezel or bezel, whatever you want to call it, and try and slide that on carefully and put it in the correct way, just like this. I've got it stood up here and I'm just sliding it in nice and carefully, not to break anything. And so we've got that in. Next, slide the front of your DVD drive, slide that on there carefully. Once you have done that, grab the bottom plate, put that on there nice and carefully, put it the right way though, nice and carefully, slide that in there, push it down, grab the screws, screw it in, just like so. Just like so, and we're done. You have mastered how to spray paint your DVD drive. Look at that, it looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice indeed. So there you have it. You've just done it. Congratulations. It looks pretty nice. Nice paint job. No chips or scratches anywhere. So yeah, well done. Catch you later, YouTube. This has been a Raven Tech 10 video. Check back for some more.